If happiness was a tangible thing, it would be you. If you'd have told me the feeling you'd bring, I think it untrue. Some people search for a wonder like you all of their lives. You still amaze me after all. I can't. You pull me in like some kind of wind, never leave you here. I wanna love you as one does. I will protect you at all costs. Keep you safe here in my arms. I will protect you at all costs. At all costs.
Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
Her mother and I did.
Let us pray. Thank you, Lord, for bestowing upon us your blessing and for giving us not just another day together, but this most very special day. Welcome to the wedding of Eran Gallardo and Meaghan McCormick. We're all gathered here today in the sight of God and you witnesses to unite them and watch them join into the covenant with God. I've known Meaghan all of her life. In fact, I'm her Uncle Eddie, and I love that title. 4 or 5 years back, I said, Meaghan, I'm gonna start praying for your husband. And I said to her that when I met him, I would say, I didn't know your name, but I knew you were coming. And now we know his name. Hi, Eran. We even prayed for a good mother-in-law and father-in-law, so man, God's good, isn't he? It says that love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It's not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It's not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but it rejoices with truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, and hopes all things, and it endures all things. Love never, ever, ever fails. Are you all ready to speak your vows and commit to one another? And here we go. Eran, do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and respect Meaghan above all others from this day forward until your very last day on earth? If so, please answer, I do.
I do.
Meaghan, do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and respect Eran above all others from this day forward until your very last day on earth? If so, please answer, I do.
I do.
Okay. Eran and Meaghan, do you have vows for each other?
Yes.
Okay, at this time, would you share them?
My vow, my promise, my all, for my love, Meaghan. My love, we are finally here at our wedding day, and you are more beautiful than I could ever have imagined. You've heard me say this multiple times, but you really do get more beautiful as the days go by. I didn't decide to marry you just because of your beauty, but because you decided to love me for me. Thank you for loving me for who I am. I'm not perfect, but I vow to be the best husband I can be. I am so glad God preserved my heart, and I am able to call you my first girlfriend, and now fiance, and in very, very soon, few moments, my wife. I love you so, so much, Meaghan, and I want you and the whole world to know that you are mine. I stand here before you as someone you spent the last 643 days with. That's October 29, 2023. As someone you've laughed with, cried with, prayed with, to promise you that I will be true to you and that I will be right by your side for whatever you need, and I will be the shoulder you can cry on and the husband you can rely on. I promise an adventure with you, but I have to say I am loving this part of our journey together. From the little talks to the spontaneous urge to want fried chicken like Jollibee. I can't imagine anyone else by my side to be silly with, and I can't imagine not serving with you at church, and I refuse to imagine a life without you. I really am blessed to be standing before you, and I still don't think I deserve you, but I am grateful that I get to be yours officially from this day forward. Meaghan, I love you, and I love you more than you love me.
All right, Meaghan, do you have something to say to him? Okay.
First of all, that's wrong.
False.
Eran, my love, there are no more days left till our wedding day. I have known from the beginning that you are the one that I prayed for. Before I met you, I would talk about the future husband I hope God would pick out for me, but learned to pour out my heart to God and ask Him to bring me the husband that He would choose for me. While I waited impatiently, I prayed for you. I prayed God would be with you. I prayed that you'd be strong. And I prayed that you'd grow. I prayed hundreds of prayers asking for you before I even knew your name. And God answered my prayers. I wrote down nearly 40 prayers that God answered when He gave me to you. And now I want to share some of those specific prayers that have been near to my heart. I prayed for a man that is strong in his beliefs and spreads the gospel. I prayed for a man that leads and guards children's hearts, and that he would do that with wisdom and compassion. I prayed for a man who fills the children in our lives, that he fills their hearts with joy. I prayed for somebody that I could grow with, and a man who would dance with me. I prayed for a man who laughs at the little things. I prayed for a man who can sing. I prayed for a man who loves his family and his friends, and whose faith doesn't easily fail. I prayed for a man who leads in prayer and one who's calm in the face of storms. And I prayed for a man who is slow to anger, faithful, and patient. You are a gift from our Father, and you are my good and perfect gift. Anywhere with you is going to be my life's sweetest adventure. I want to promise you a few things before we start our journey together. I vow that I will stick by you whatever comes our way. I will value your words, your direction, your wisdom, and your promises. I will follow you wherever you go. You are brilliant and brave and strong, and you have this beautiful testimony, and I will protect that with everything I have. I vow to pray for you and to pray with you no matter what the circumstance. I will always love and adore you. I will be your defense and your comfort, your calm and your home. I will hold you up and be your helper, so that perhaps God will give us our greatest desire, that we will serve Him better together than we ever could apart. You are my dearest companion. I am so blessed that I get to spend the rest of my life with you. I'm yours. Mahal kita.
Amen. That was good. Well, are you ready to exchange some rings? All right, can we have the rings, please? Eran, please place the ring on Meaghan's finger and repeat after me. Meaghan, this ring I give you as a symbol and a pledge of my complete devotion and endless love. Meaghan, please place the ring on Eran's finger and repeat after me. Eran,
Eran,
this ring
I give you
as a symbol
as a symbol
and a pledge
of
my complete devotion
and
endless love.
endless love.
And now, in accordance with your solemn promises and commitments made to each other in the presence of God and these witnesses, having signified and sealed the same by the giving and receiving of these rings, by the authority vested in me as a minister of the Lord Jesus Christ, and in accordance of the laws of the state of California, on this day, August 2nd, 2025, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Eran, you may kiss your bride. It is now my privilege to congratulate and present before you Mr. and Mrs. Eran Gallardo.
With the first bridesmaid and groomsmen. Next we have Matthew and Carson. Mitchell and Cheyenne. Michael and Cerise. David and Jasmine. John and Sydney. Jose, and our maid of honor is Allie. Let's hear it for the best man and maid of honor, Jose. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, the new Mr. and Mrs. Eran and Meaghan Gallardo. One more time, people, make some noise. I want to hear it. You're not done yet. One more time. Well, we're going to let the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the maid of honor.
Hello everyone. I am really honored and honestly a little emotional to stand here as Meaghan's maid of honor. My name is Allie and I have the absolute joy and honor of calling Meaghan my best friend for 10 amazing years. Even though she's 5 years older, from our earliest days at Calvary Christian School to our dance adventures and late night nutcracker excitement, the age gap never meant a thing to us. Meaghan, you're truly like the big sister I never had. Our friendship blossomed through dance, laughter, faith, and so many memories. Whether we were trying to bake a perfect recipe or just quoting our favorite TV shows until we laughed so hard we could cry. I can't count the number of silly jokes we share or the times we've stayed up late talking about everything from college stresses to God's plans for our lives. What I cherish most about Meaghan is her heart. She's loving, she's caring, and she's always quick to remind me of God's goodness even in tough times. Any hard moment I've ever faced, she's been there with an encouraging word or prayer or just a perfectly timed joke. A memory I often recall is when she decided to attend Pensacola Christian College. As sad as I was that she was leaving, phone calls with her always made me feel as if she were present and back home. Even when she had a lot on her plate, she was there for me, and she's always found a way to make everyone in her life feel loved and important. That's something I admire about her. No matter how busy or far away she is, Meaghan always shows up with her whole heart. And if I'm being honest, there may have been a tiny part of me that prayed she'd run out of clean laundry a little faster just so she'd have to call and catch up with me. Anyone who's known or met Meaghan knows both her intellectual and spiritual sides. I have personally witnessed her ability to use reasoning and logic, as well as her ability to see things through a Christian worldview lens, as she reminds me of God's everlasting love. This is something I admire deeply and lean on often. We've grown up together through awkward dance phases, do not ask about our improving skills, family vacations, and every new season life has thrown our way. And now I'm starting my senior year of college. I get to witness my best friend become a wife to the man God truly designed for her. Eran, it didn't take me long to know you were the one for Meaghan. The way she talks about you with her eyes lighting up with joy, excitement, and peace all at once. You bring out her laughter, her faith, her beautiful spirit in a way that is so special and that only you can do. Thank you for being not only a best friend to Meaghan, but also now her husband, whom I know will love and care for her. I immediately saw this when you proposed to her, how thoughtful and how caring you were with everything you did. From planning the escape room theme to having the snow fall as you went down on one knee to ask her that wonderful question, which she did not hesitate to answer. I know you two will spend a lifetime loving each other, praying together, and more than likely arguing who makes the best pancake stack. As you both step into marriage, my prayer for you is that Christ remains at the very center of your relationship. I hope you keep finding joy in the small things, making time for spontaneous singing, and continue always putting God first, then each other. May your love story continue to inspire everyone around you, and may your home be filled with laughter, faith, and maybe a little bit of mischief, because let's be honest, neither of you can resist what she's doing. To end with something sweet, I pray for both you and Eran to continue loving each other as you enter this union with each other and God leading the way. I love you both and congratulations.
I mean, why not?
Our next host is the best man, so Jose, the microphone is yours.
Oh, let's go, Jose.
So I was writing something last night to say, but things happened I didn't get to finish, and the draft didn't save, so I'm gonna say something just right now. I met Eran about 18 years ago. I had Siri verify it. We met in Sunday school. His mom, Tita O, was my Sunday school teacher. And our very first interaction was I had a Snickers bar, a king-size Snickers bar, and he wanted part of it. So we split that Snickers bar, and in exchange I got a full pack of fruit snacks. So that was pretty good first experience with him. Throughout the years, it's been a similar thing. We've been childish. We never seem to grow up. During school, we would not act our age, like 10 years younger. There was a phase when we would just spend our time like kicking each other for no apparent reason. We got in trouble once at school for yelling at each other. We were not angry, we were just grunting out of boredom. But the most, I guess, adult-like and mature thing that we've ever done was talk. 2 nights ago, to be exact, after our bachelor party. We stayed about 2 hours in the parking lot of Top Golf, just talking. And there's one thing he said that, really made me kind of believe that, this is kind of the best, option for the both of you. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, he was saying that Meaghan is someone who brings him closer to God, who keeps him in line, who keeps him in check. And of all the weddings I've been to, it said that every relationship is, every wedding, every marriage is a union of 3, both the bride and the groom and God. And it's good to know that he's found someone who will bring him closer to God and would take care of him. I'm super stoked for you, bro. Really happy for you. Meaghan, you're taking my place as his best friend and kind of jealous. But I'm really, really happy for you, and really, you guys have all my respect. All my love for you both.
I'm Marley, and I'm now my Aunt Meaghan and my Uncle Eran's niece. And I came to give them a speech. So, dear Uncle Eran and Aunt Meaghan, first of all, I would like to say congratulations on your special day. You are an amazing fit. Both, and Uncle Eran, you are an amazing fit for my Aunt Meaghan, and Aunt Meaghan, he's an amazing fit for you. And everyone is thrilled that you, Uncle Eran, came into her life now as her husband. This is one of the happiest moments for her, and you can tell by the look on her face, and you are that reason that she is so happy. You are funny, you are kind, you're incredibly smart, and I'm overjoyed to call you my new uncle. God put you and Aunt Meaghan together for a reason, and I trust you two will make the most of it. Your lives will be filled together with joy and adventures, happiness, and love. Thank you for coming into this family's lives as an uncle, husband, son, and brother. We love you, Uncle Eran, and welcome to the family. And welcome to the family, the rest of your family, because they're all so incredibly nice and kind. And now, Aunt Meaghan, you have always been there for me and my sisters as a baby, whether it's for a babysitter, a friend, just someone to talk to, or someone to read us Bible verses at night. You are one of the best people in my life. You are kind, you are smart, and lovely inside and out. I know you and now my uncle will always be there to play the Wii with me, sing karaoke, talk about like my favorite shows or animes, and love is not, and like I want to say that like Love is not just a word, it is a devotion, a feeling so great and powerful it is reserved for the most special of people. And I know my love was reserved for you and my family, and now my new Uncle Eran. We love you, Auntie Meaghan.
Our next toaster is the father of the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for father of the bride.
I'm gonna milk this time a little bit.
Yeah, you're so tall.
I want to, first of all, thank so many people. There's so many people that love my daughter, and I'm very proud of her for that. You know, but I have like some over here, my teacher friends that I worked with for many years came over and worked here early for me. We have Pastor Faye and Pastor Audrey Faye, both that I was over here at 10 o'clock at night and they were still stapling these lights up. And I could go on and on. I mean, there are so many people. My sons did some work. Pastor S. I'm not going to work on that last name right now. Too nervous. Pastor S. and Eddie coming from North Carolina. Pastor Frisbee coming from Oklahoma. There's so many people that came together for this and have worked really hard to make this a special night. And can we just give them all a round of applause? And there's so many that, I'm sorry, you and Brian, is Brian around?
What?
Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
Here's Brian. All right. There are so many guys, there are so many people, I can't go through all of them. So, anyway. Had to write this. I'm usually not short on words, but I haven't been feeling well. A lot of you know that I haven't been feeling well, so I want to make sure that I got everything on here. And I really need to make sure I have this in order. So I want to welcome everybody, family. Everybody here I look at as being family. And you all as family, had a role in touching and teaching these two lives that we're celebrating today. The story begins with our third son, Matthew. Matthew, wave your hand. That's Matthew. As we drove into our driveway to our home with our newborn Matthew, my beautiful wife imparted these words to me. Can we have another one? And at that point, being 39, I mathematically calculated having a teenager in my late 50s. But with most things in my life, my wife Kathy was right with this one, as our Father in heaven blessed us with Meaghan. Boys, don't get all riled up. Where you at? Don't get all upset. Raising the girls a little bit different, okay? I know they're going to come to me later and say, she's your favorite, huh? So the story continues with many memories, memories of Meaghan singing in this church and worshiping God together, and she was my partner every morning, every Sunday morning. We used to go out on the boat. I remember her learning how to. She said, "Dad, I gotta show the boys I can do it." And she was able to do a 360 on the knee board, and she was really proud of that. And I remember when she was a little girl at a dance recital, as a little mouse being lifted out of a teapot, and the captivating smile was never forgotten as she was lifted out of that, and everybody cheered her on. If you saw her face, it was priceless. Meaghan, of all the memories, I gotta breathe. Give me a second. of all the memories your mother and I have had in her lifetime, Meaghan. The gift of being blessed by God to be your parents is the best of all. You are Papa's princess. Sorry, Eran. Always will be. Eddie's already told me I've got to give her over to you, and I can't have control anymore. And I got it, Uncle Eddie. She's still Papa's princess and Mama's angel. And we are so proud of the woman that you have become. We are proud of the commitments that you have kept with God and others. We're proud of the respect that you've shown us and the love that you've given us. And I'm especially proud of the relationships that you've made. You judge people only by looking at their heart, and she really does. Meaghan, you were the only one of our children that I cut the umbilical cord with. I wasn't into that. The doctor caught me at a real weak moment. Here, cut that. And I go, okay. Didn't want to do that. But the reality is that I've loved you from the beginning. And it's been a love that has made me have a great feeling of protection. I walked out of the delivery room and I blinked. I wish now that someone would have told me not to blink. Because now we're here and I can't get it all back. Eran, you're a man of patience. A man who shows his love, and you're a man of faith. The day that you asked me for my daughter's hand in marriage was the day that I stopped worrying about who would take care of her when I was gone. Who would take care of her when I needed to let her go. This is the prayer that we as Meaghan's father and mother, Kathy, have prayed for our little girl as she grew up into a woman that we could not hold on to forever. Just a few words of wisdom. Meaghan, when things get tough, walk away, breathe, and ask God for grace. Eran, don't chew ice. You want to know what that's all about, you have to ask Meaghan. Okay, raise your glasses. I found out, I did that thing online where you find out if you're Irish or whatever, or you're Scandinavian. Found out I was really Scottish, not Irish. I was always told I was Irish. Anyway, I got an Irish blessing. So let's tip our glasses to Meaghan and Eran. May joy and peace surround you both. Contentment latch your door. May your troubles grow few as your blessings increase. And may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Cheers. Cheers. Thank you.
Next, we have the father of the groom.
No, let me see what my wife wrote for me. Dear Kuya. So Kuya means elder brother in Filipino. So we are so grateful when God gave you to us 24 years ago. Seems it was just like yesterday. You know, Eran was just born. It was a different story for me because I was the one who cut Eran's umbilical cord. And it was a privilege for me for the doctor asking me to do that. And just remembering how we brought home Eran because he's a premature baby, you know, feeding him with our fingertips because he doesn't even know how to suck. We are so blessed to see how God molded you to be who he wants you to be. Having you as our eldest son is an undeserving love from God. Your Christ-honoring character and the different hats you wear bring honor to the Lord and we're blessed to watch you grow in His grace. We'd like to say thank you to the Lord for these things that you've showed us and taught us through these years. Thank you for having a joyful servant's heart. Thank you for being a loving brother. And thank you for being an obedient son. Thank you for having a joyful servant's heart. When your mom and I started a family, our prayer to the Lord is that our children will have the joy in serving Jesus. You've seen how you serve Him joyfully in every capacity that you can. Your love to music and you love to serve, that's a good recipe to fuel that joy in serving Him with consistency. You're available when you're needed. You're loyal where God called you to. I remember Dr. Rasmussen would send letter to our pastor from time to time and sends his appreciation for having a servant spirit. Your colleagues will give us a good report, but they don't remember seeing you in a bad mood. Even your student, it reflects your love and service to them. Showing up to their games or whatever invitation that comes your way, you are there to serve. Your focus on serving the Lord, and I'm not sure if you remember, but on your 9th birthday, it's a Sunday, while we were shopping at Toys R Us looking for your gift, somebody approached you from Disney. She said she was observing our interaction and how you carry yourself, gave her the urge to offer you an audition, which will be happening at the hotel nearby where we are at. You simply took her card and said thank you. You didn't show any interest at all, and while you were inside the car on our way back to church for that evening service, we've asked you if you'd like to go for an audition, and you said, no thank you. We asked why, and you said, it's Sunday, you don't want to miss church. You're a hardworking student like you. You like to read. You stop at every posters and labels that you see on museums and parks. Though you skipped 7th grade, you worked so much while maintaining balance with sports and ministry. When you were in college, work was a challenge because you were too young to get a job, but you tried anyways to help us support your education. From being Blue Crew, that's the cleaning crew in West Coast, at college and missing a lot of summers because you've been part of your school's tour group. And I remember when you worked at UPS store and have to go back during Christmas break because that's when they needed it. You showed up through every step of the way. You reflected a great spirit. Thank you for being brother to your siblings. You're a great kuya to them. I remember when you and your sister were growing up, there was a party that we attended one time. She fell asleep during the party, and when the host was giving out cupcakes and loot bag, you asked if you can have an extra for your sister because she was sleeping. There was also a time when you were in college and you were working as a Blue Crew. You know that your sister was competing in teaching. You made it a point to be there for her to help her set up and cheer for her. Until now, you take an extra step so your sister doesn't feel she needed something. She'll ask you first before she'll ask us. Meaghan knows about it, so that's a good thing, especially when it comes to finances. When your little brother was sick, he reached out to you to pray for him. You asked him what he wants. He said he wanted his kuya. So you went home, rushing home at 2 a.m. from college to make his wish come true. That's a lot of things that you do, simple to grand. Simple to grand. Thank you for helping us love your siblings. You show up every way that you can to be there for them. It matters. You're a part of their success. You pray for them when you face challenges. And these past 2 days, they wanted to spend time with you alone at your apartment. That speaks volume how they love you. Thank you for being an obedient son. You put your heart to it when you learn from the Bible. Obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. We are not perfect as parents, but you believe the authority that God has given you to us, and we're grateful for that. I remember you growing up. Mom packed up some lunch and snack, and she told you remember to eat them. That afternoon, you went candy selling. That's where we do our fundraising for our school or church. Candy selling, and some of our teachers, and they went to McDonald's to grab some snacks. Though they were willing to pay for you, you said that you brought your lunch, and asked even to worker from that place to heat up your lunch because your mom made it. Surprisingly, they did that, what you requested. But I think because you're grateful to the time that mom puts it in. Of course, we feel guilty after that and appreciate your gestures, so we thought it's okay to eat a snack at McDonald's with your allowance. You obeyed, of course, but always finish the food that mom prepared for you. As a dad, I appreciate that every decision you make, you ask for advice by calling me first and ask to pray for you since you were little. From asking me about your Matchbox cars or Lego set to buy your own car. And even when you were praying for Meaghan, I feel honored for making us part of it by praying for her. As a parent, you're given us an honorable thing to do, to bring every petition to His throne of grace. There are a lot of qualities that you have, but I chose your obedience the most because I believe that God leads you to where you are now. God's rewarding you because of your obedient heart with a virtuous woman, Meaghan. You didn't merely obey us, but you followed the Lord's command. For Meaghan, the moment I saw you together with Eran, I knew you were the one. We prayed to the Lord to bless us with 4 kids. God gave us 3 wonderful ones. Little did we know that the 4th one is giving us today. Thank you for coming to Eran's life and ours. To the McCormick family, thank you for loving Eran. We can't thank the Lord enough to witness how you welcome him and love him as your own. We're blessed to be part of this circle that we can call our family. And to our church family and friends, thank you for praying for us. Thank you for all who came from near and far to show your love to Eran and Meaghan, to be part of the celebration, and thanking the Lord for His goodness.
Last but not least, I think maybe the bride and groom have a
No, wait a minute.
toast.
Wait a minute, Mr. Disc Jockey. You're probably checking your schedule and saying, "What the heck?"
Yeah, who's this?
I'm not on it. I'm not on
Introduce
it.
yourself.
And I must admit, I'm a little taken back because just a few moments ago, my daughter Kathy said, "Dad, wouldn't you like to say something to Eran and Meaghan in celebration of this great event?" And as Meaghan's grandpa, how could I turn down such an opportunity? But I must say, I'm a little taken back and embarrassed because I'm really not that prepared. But let me begin by saying what a beautiful wedding it was, and a beautiful reception it is. You know, bride Meaghan, in her beauty, such a beautiful bride. And Eran, what a handsome guy you are. I know your mother and dad, and Meaghan's mother and dad are so proud knowing that their son and daughter are married now. And you know, it's such a wondrous thing too that Eran, your grandparents, and I believe your auntie, came all the way from the Philippines for this event. That was wonderful. And Meaghan, your brother Mitch, and his family came all the way from Peru. And I came all the way from San Diego. First of all, I want to congratulate you, Eran. You really succeeded big time in capturing the heart of Meaghan. You recognized from the beginning that this was the gal for me. You sought immediately her beauty, her charm, her faith, all of the wonderful characteristics that spell Meaghan. And if you haven't already experienced her baking and cooking expertise, wow, wait till you see her prepare adobo, is it called? Lechon and raganicha, or is that it? I'm slaughtering those names, but I know they're very important. And I hope in return, Eran, you teach Meaghan the Philippine traditional dance, Tinigling. Am I mispronouncing that?
That was good, Tinigling.
Well, I was afraid I was going to say tinkle, but anyway. Congratulations to you, Meaghan. You waited for your perfect man, your Prince Charming, and you certainly got him. I don't know Eran very well, but I know what you've told me. He's like a scout. He's trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, and thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. You got yourself a winner there, Meaghan. And of course, Eran knew how to behave himself because during their time together, Eran knew that she had 3 big brothers watching. Your wonderful reflections of your upbringing. Your mother and dad, both your mother and dad, can really take a bow for doing a magnificent job bringing you both up. I think they need a round of applause. Having said that, I'd like to add a personal note of thanks to you, Eran and Meaghan, for giving this grandpa the wonderful opportunity for the first time in his life to be with all of his grandchildren. Meaghan, Michael, Mitchell, Matthew, Fernando, and Eva. And also giving me the great pleasure of being with all my great-grandchildren. And this time I have to look at my notes because there are so many and so beautiful. Thank you for giving me the chance to meeting and being with Marley, Phoenix, Kali, Layden, Ryan, Sadie, and Audrey. Thank you for that blessing. And with that, I think it's time to raise your glasses one more time and in a toast. And this time, I'm going to add a little Filipino to it. I'm going to say, as I only know it, cheers, and also, tagay.
And last but not least, the bride and groom would like to say a few words.
Well, I think one of the things I'd like to say, seeing you guys all around us, we are truly blessed to have Church of the Nazarene, have, of course, Bethel Baptist Church, also Calvary Mountain Avenue. We are truly blessed, and thank you guys for pouring your lives into us And we truly would not be the people we are today without the three churches. And if I can just add anything else, I love this girl with all my heart. I'm so proud to be her husband now. But ultimately, we wouldn't be here really without you guys. And thank you to the three churches for pouring your lives, making us who we are today, giving us opportunities, giving us the lessons to be the people we are today. And thank you to ultimately to you, Dad, to you, Rob. This night would not have happened without you. We give you reverence, give you respect, and I'm proud to be one of your sons. And to my own dad, thank you for being my hero. And one prayer is I can hope to be at least half the man as you. Love you. My wife doesn't want to say anything, but I think the next order of business, we're gonna head over to our first dance. So.
This time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you, dancing for the first time as Mr. and Mrs. Here they are, Eran and Meaghan Gallardo.
Trying to picture my life without you is like trying to imagine the sky without blue doesn't make sense. And I wouldn't want it to.
If I could capture this moment and hide it away, I'd come back and live it again every day. Just the two of us as the music plays.
Dance with me, I'll sweep you off your feet. It will be you and me for the rest of our lives. Dance with me, this is how love should be. Just you and me for the rest of our lives. Dance with me. Looking ahead to the next 100 years, we'll share in our victories, we'll share in our tears, 'cause together, what do we have to fear?
Together we'll age like the grapes of the vine, and our love will grow and get sweeter with time. But for right now, put your hand in mine.
Dance with me, I'll sweep you off your feet. It will be you and me for the rest of our lives. Dance with me, this is how love should be. Just you and me for the rest of our lives. Dance with me. When I look into your eyes.
First man to hold me, first one to know me, first love that I ever had. Spent my life dreaming one day I'd be with someone as good as you, Dad. Now here we are, and there he is, just a few steps away. He'll take my hand forever, but he'll never take your place. You gave me my smile, you gave me my eyes, you gave me the silver lining way I look at life. You gave him your blessing to give me his last name, but
and then they're going to dance a little bit.
Per my mom's request, this would be not a Filipino wedding if there was not a little bit of karaoke. So I'm going to be singing Wind Beneath My Wings, as my mom has been one of the greatest supports in my life. It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine. That's your way. You always walk the step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long. A beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle, for you are the wind beneath my wings. And I pass it on to Dad.
I have fear to go mountains. I've got it all here in my heart. I want you to know I know the truth. Of course I know I would be nothing